Rolling?
Yes, the camera is rolling.
Oh, it's been rolling? That's kind
We are now recording.
It's kind of sick. Oh, we are?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of wizard. All right, let's do it.
It's kind of wizard.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just text someone back real fast. You're such an idiot. You're such an idiot.
My bad. Please take your time.
No, that's fine. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to actually take this off the table.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hi. For those of you that don't know, this is my ugly brother. He's younger than me, slightly, by about 4 years.
But still just as tall as him.
But still just as tall as him.
I mean, still just as tall as him.
I mean, sorry. Still just as tall as him.
And I have a really deep and husky voice.
I have a really deep and manly voice.
Unlike him, who sounds like a little girl. Who drank helium.
Wow. Well, you got me.
I know I did. It's pretty good. I know.
So for those of you wondering why Connor is ungraciously sitting in Cassidy's seat, it's because Cassidy, being the bum that she is, did not want to record today.
Ooh, I know Cassie's going to watch this. So, ooh, Cassie's going to let him
It's
talk
not that
to
she
you like that.
It's a
What? Fell.
we called it. Hold on. Let me just fix something.
Yeah, this is what happens when you spend $30 on studio foam. And then use double-sided tape to try and stick it on.
It's the tape that came with you, bum.
And then you bum.
How did this happen?
I don't know. 'Cause you probably did it wrong. 'Cause you're stupid.
All right, so I'm back.
Dang it.
Oh, darn. Yeah, right.
Mhm.
So Cassidy was unable to record today, and this is the last day she's here, so that means we're not going to be able to record an episode. And she gave Connor permission to record an episode with me, which I am not okay with, but I kind of need to do in order to get an episode out.
Whoa,
So here Connor is. If you see me periodically looking up, it's because I'm making sure that the foam has still adhered. I just put it up, so it kind of needs to set.
You spent $30 on it. It was a huge waste of money.
I got an Amazon gift card, so it was technically free, but
No, it's not.
you know,
I feel like it doesn't do anything. I wonder who said that.
Yeah, wow.
It's just been the wind.
It must be. Wow, whoever said that's probably an idiot.
Must be.
Yep. Why do you keep on looking at the computer?
Because it's fascinating.
It's just GarageBand.
No, but it's like, it shows like the different microphones and like when you talk like really loudly,
Jeez, okay.
it goes up and down.
It goes up and down.
Up and down.
Up
And if you like,
down.
if you, hang on, I want to talk really softly so it goes all the way down. And then you shoot it back up. Oh, that's sick.
Okay.
That's sick.
Oh my god, it's doing it again.
Hey, you know what? Just as you say, block out the haters, man. Okay.
It's gonna fall. And we're not gonna pay attention to it. We're just not gonna pay attention to the foam that I just put up. That's probably gonna fall. But you know, why did you there's nothing in these cups, by the way.
You mean this is a fraud? Okay. Shut up.
You're such an idiot.
No, I'm not. All right.
It's such a fraud.
I mean, such a fraud.
So today we're discussing Avengers Endgame. I know.
Yes.
So it goes without saying, if you have not seen the movie, and it makes sense if you haven't, it's only been a week. If you have not seen the movie, there will be spoilers ahead.
Well, hold up though. Like, by the time this comes out, it's gonna be like Friday.
It's been 1 week. It's been 1 week.
Yeah. So either you haven't seen it because you just haven't been able to get to it, or you haven't seen it because you don't care enough to go see it, which means you don't care if it gets spoiled.
Interesting.
Because diehard fans, I'm telling you, go see it immediately because they do not want it to get spoiled.
Yeah, we saw it the day after it officially came out.
God, it's such a... I'm going to see it like 4 times.
Yeah, we have to.
I went
Such a
all
good
out,
movie.
too. Like, I like the movie tins and stuff.
It
Oh, God,
It
was
is,
so good.
and I am not exaggerating. It is. You don't have to look at the camera.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the thing. It's just
Why?
So cool.
I'll
I don't
just-
know. Okay, so... No, I'm sorry. It's fine.
All right. It is, and I am not exaggerating when I say this. It is the best movie I have ever seen.
Oh, yeah, hands down. Better than any Star Wars movie. I'm a Star Wars nerd, and it's better than any Star Wars
This
movie
kid,
I've
this
ever
kid is
seen.
unfortunately Or actually, unsurprisingly obsessed with Star Wars.
It's better than any of the Star Wars movies I've ever seen. Better than Jurassic Park, and I'm also a huge Jurassic Park nerd.
Yes.
And I mean, I've been a Marvel fan. It's just like it's been in the middle, and then this movie just like took it to a whole new level.
It kind of, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Because like how I don't know if you've ever seen like Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2.
Speak into the microphone.
I am speaking into the
No,
microphone.
you're not. All right, so move it. You can move it. It's just a bass. Well, no, just like move it. Yeah, I like that. That works.
Okay, so like, what was I saying?
You were Deathly Hallows.
Oh yeah. So like, you know how like Part 1 was like really boring,
Yes.
and then Part 2 was like actually good.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Sorry.
So, Infinity War was amazing. It's actually really good.
Yes.
So I was expecting Endgame to start out really slow
Yes.
and eventually build up.
No,
And
it did not.
Not gonna lie, it started out hitting the ground running.
Yes.
It
picked up.
literally,
It picked up exactly how it left off.
you literally got dropped right into the action.
Yes. I think it was. Can I? Yeah. We said spoiler
It
alert.
was
at the beginning.
Hawkeye training his daughter immediately, and then they got snapped away. Like that was sad because like when it started, I was like, oh, they're gonna go.
Yeah.
And then when he went back and his daughter wasn't there, I was like, oh, it's happening.
Did you cry at that part? Because by the way,
I didn't cry at that.
it's a very emotional movie.
I
There are
have
highs
never,
and lows.
I've never cried during any movie before. I cried 3 times during Endgame.
you haven't.
I didn't even cry during Endgame when everyone got snapped away because I knew they were coming back.
You mean Infinity War?
What
You
did I
said
say?
Endgame.
Oh, well, I'm an idiot. So,
You are. Thanks for
Yeah.
finally noticing.
so yeah. Oh man. So yeah, kicks off.
Keep talking. I'm
Hawkeye's-
just gonna fix this phone.
Okay. Yeah, you did. So yeah, kicks
Sorry.
off. Hawkeye's training his daughter. Cool. They get blasted away, snapped, dusted. And so he's all depressed and stuff. He turns into like this psycho assassin guy in
Yes.
in the 5 years following that.
Which honestly, I did not see coming.
I didn't see that coming either. It
Because
very
even though
surprised
we
me.
did see a scene where
I don't remember. See, I didn't really watch any of the trailers because I
Oh.
wanted to go into it like.
well, that makes a lot of
Not
sense.
doing
now. There was a
anything.
scene. Remember when he was like slicing his elbow, or
no.
cleaning off the sword
Cleaning
with,
off the
with his
blade.
elbow, but
Yeah.
it looked like slicing with his elbow.
So yeah, that was surprising, but it was also a good twist because you always think, well, what happens if he runs out of arrows? Well, now he was like literally a samurai.
he was he in Japan?
He's Tokyo.
Tokyo. Yeah.
He was literally
Yeah.
a ninja, like master sword.
He was a samurai. at
Yeah,
that
it
point.
was sick. So he had his arrows, which he was still god at archery.
Yes.
And then he also now is like a master swordsman. He was just
Yes.
slicing up everybody.
And I guess the reason why he did that. Why are you going to sleep? Oh no, you're not. It's just a dark screen. I guess the reason why he did that was because he was just mad.
Yeah, so he,
Just emotional.
yeah, it was weird. And so like the other Avengers who still survived were like tracking him in the background, trying to bring him back. So we're not going to go over everything because quite frankly, I mean, it's not like it would be.
Yeah, chances are, if you're listening to this, then you are. Oh, hi, Cass. Yeah. Do you want to jump in? Do you want to jump in? We're talking about Endgame. They can't hear you.
Wait, are you leaving? Yeah.
Oh, you're like leaving tonight? I thought you were leaving tomorrow morning.
Oh.
But it's 9.
Do
It's
some
10
nuts.
o'clock. It's 10 o'clock at night.
Peace out.
I'll give you an air fist unless you want to cross the camera.
Okay.
Cassidy came back. Cass, just I want you to come up close to the microphone and tell everybody that you gave Connor permission to be here.
Hello. Hold on, wait. Should I?
No,
Hello.
just say into the microphone.
This is I, Cassidy Gamaris. I gave permission to Connor to be on the show.
Not like I needed permission because I was
No.
coming on here anyway.
No, you weren't. You've already been on here.
Yeah, but it was like, What did we even talk about? We talked about stupid people. That's kind of stupid.
Let's go into paradox. It's not a paradox, but
All right. Peace out, sister.
we'll have a blast, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Or
Do you like the phone, by the way? It's something.
It
all
smells
right.
like dead fish.
It doesn't. Connor just
I
emphasized,
pick it up.
overemphasizes
I
everything.
pick it up. I smell it. And I'm like,
No.
holy crap.
What purpose does it serve?
It absorbs sound.
That's bullcrap.
It does.
So, Cass, I pick it up. I smell it. It smells like what happens when you
That
go to
could-
the aquarium and they're feeding the seals dead fish. It smells like that. And I immediately vomited in my mouth.
He did not vomit in his mouth.
Yeah, I did. It's a true story.
It's pretty
Just
dope.
touch it and then, like, smell your fingers.
That sounds so weird, Connor.
I'm serious. It smells like dead fish. It smells like dead fish. Not even joking.
All right, so back to the discussion
Yeah.
at hand.
All right. See ya.
Goodbye, Cass. Have fun. Make sure you close the door on your way out. Peace out, dude. What were we saying? Shoot, I forgot what we were
So
saying.
I was just saying, like, how I'm not going to go into like full detail, and
Yeah, we don't want to give a plot summary because chances are, if you're listening to this, you've already seen the movie. So
I'm not-
giving a plot summary is just kind of redundant.
okay. Oh, one hilarious part. So you know when they're like trying to figure out the whole time travel thing to go back in time.
Oh yeah.
So they go to see Hulk, and they're sitting in the diner and they're eating
Oh.
breakfast, and he's just piling food in.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, "Whoa, wait, hang on, he's green." So he's being the Hulk, but he's speaking fluently,
Yes.
and he sounds like Bruce. And then it pans him, and he's wearing his glasses. He's got like his hair cut, gray hair on the side, and he's just talking normally. And the smile he has just doesn't look right on Hulk, but it's just so stupidly funny.
It literally has a Bruce Banner smile.
It
on
is
the-
so
I mean, you've
funny.
already seen this.
It's
We
so
gotta-
funny.
I'm
It just, I started laughing so hard. He's just like, "Well, I feel bad for eating all this food," and it just pants him, and he's just smiling.
Caught you off guard.
I'm like, "Whoa, what is that?" So that was good. And then there was like the whole joke about Captain America's suit not like showing off his ass. So they're like, Cap.
That was a wa-
They're
What
like, "Hey,
was
Cap, that suit doesn't do it for your ass." Like, "Yeah, that's America's ass." And then when he like beats up his past
right.
self, he's like looking down at him. He's like, "Yeah, that is America's ass." It's just so
And honestly, you could probably find that clip online.
it was
There's so many pirated
hysterical.
clips. So if you haven't seen it, but don't care enough to not,
Yeah, but there's Chinese subtitles on it, like the Fire Stick.
Yeah. we're not going to get into that.
Nope.
But the movie overall, very good movie. Do you want to delve into like theories? I want to.
Oh my God, the sickest part
Oh, okay.
when Captain America wielded
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
Thor's old hammer, his first hammer, and he was wielding it.
What's it called? Mjolnir,
Something
yes, Mjolnir.
something like that.
Yes, Mjolnir.
Probably butchered that.
No, it is Mjolnir.
And like, because Thor was about to be killed, and then you see the hammer coming out, hit Thor. I mean, no, hit Thanos.
Which you assume at that point, Thor did that. Like,
Yeah.
Thor made it hit.
but then
Thanos.
it hits Thanos and just keeps going, and then Captain America just catches it, and he just starts wailing on
Yeah.
Thanos.
Which was pretty dope.
It was like he knew exactly what to do with the hammer, and he was just beating the ever living crap out of him.
Which people have hypothesized as to why he was suddenly able to wield.
Well, in Age of
Mjolnir?
Ultron, you know how they had like the competition?
Yeah.
When Captain America tried, you see it budge
Yes.
the smallest amount. You see Thor's face like, "Oh crap."
Yeah.
And so everyone was already like, "All right," because the
Well,
point,
no, at that point, people assumed it was a joke. It was just a joke, like, oh, the strongest man ever, besides Thor, is able to wield it. And then, of course,
Yeah.
Captain America.
But the whole point of being able to wield the hammer isn't that you're strong enough.
It's worthy.
It's about how wise you are and how smart.
It's like Alexander the Great, I think. Oh, my
Just
God.
leave it, just leave it. I don't care.
No, because it might hit me in the head, which you actually said.
It'd be funny. So leave it.
I
So yeah. So no. So yeah. So it's all
That's gonna
about
scare me.
it's all about like the mind. And since Captain America was never like big on the whole, oh, I'm strong now, so now I don't have to use my brain. He was always still, being smart and courageous and all that. So he was able to wield that, and I completely believe it. I'm almost certain that also happened in the comics. I know Thor. I mean, I know Hulk was able to wield it in the comics.
Well, that makes sense because Bruce Banner's like a genius combined with the Hulk's strength.
Well, the strength of
We're
but
gonna
yeah. Oh, and there's also a funny scene where Captain America was holding Thor's new axe, and then
yeah. He
and
was,
Thor
like, right
had his
after that.
hammer, and he's like, "Oh no, give me that one!" And they just like toss it back, and he's like, "Yeah, you get the little one."
yeah.
That was funny.
But people have been suggesting that, oh my goodness, he was suddenly able to wield Mjolnir because he was holding back something in Ultron. I forget what exactly. Like he was lying about something, and then when he finally told them, like he had nothing left to hide. Like he was suddenly worthy enough.
I can't remember what that is. I think it was like the fact that he finally got defeated or something like that. Like that makes sense.
Maybe,
Like he finally knew what it was like. I don't know. That's what I think.
but yeah.
But
that's
oh my god! And then when Thanos has his like double bladed battle axe,
that
and
was surprising.
and he wails on Cap's shield, and it just cracks it.
Which actually reminds me, it looked like the scene from Ultron, where Iron Man was being hypnotized, I guess, by Wanda.
Yeah, and everyone's like in the pile,
Everyone's
and
in the
then
pile.
like, Captain America's like, "Oh, you could have saved us," and you look at his shield, and it's cracked the same exact way, horizontally, but with like little edges coming out.
And it was vertically.
It-
It was in 3 pieces, but it was one down the middle, and then the other half was sliced in
Oh,
half.
well, seems like
From what I remember, that could just be totally made up.
and in Endgame, it's horizontally cut because he was going down like this, and it
Yes.
chipped it away.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. And then Thanos' army comes, and there are millions of troops. The
Yeah.
sky beasts, and Cap's just standing there alone with his broken shield, and you're like, "Oh crap! All right, well this is it." And then you hear from like the background, you just hear him say, "Hey, Cap, on your left," and Falcon comes in, and then you just see
Yeah.
all of these time portals open from Doctor Strange, like the orange,
Yep.
sparky portals, and you just see every character that has ever been in any Marvel movie just come out of these portals.
Well,
Thousands
all
of
of them.
Wakanda troops. Even there's
Vision,
no, well, that's because he was dead. If they were dead, then they couldn't.
which is interesting because they took the Infinity Stones before Thanos got them, correct?
Yeah.
So, but no,
But they couldn't- they
traveled back to the time when Vision
They-
wasn't a thing.
And if they tried to put the storm back in Vision, then they wouldn't have the stone, and they needed it.
Right. Yeah.
And it would.
So Vision just didn't exist. So
Yeah.
Vision doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, they'll probably make him back, but
They might rebuild him.
well,
Because they
remember
still
they
have the
said
stones,
they could.
right?
They said they could. Remember
Yeah.
they said they could build him back with
Yeah.
like the best parts of Vision and something like that. Just wouldn't have the powers of the stone.
Yeah.
So that might be a possibility. That might be what the WandaVision or
Yeah.
TV show might be. But
Which we might discuss that whole segment
yeah,
of the
yeah.
movie.
so that all these characters come in, and all the keepers of the stones or whatever they're called, all the sorcerers
Yeah.
that have the power. Dang it!
Oh my god.
I wanted it to fall. Just take it down. Put better tape on it later. So like, they all come out. All the Wakanda army comes out. You see Pepper Potts in the Iron Man suit that
Which
Tony
was
made for her.
dope.
Like she comes in, and I'm like, holy crap! They actually did that.
Did not see that coming.
And then literally every single character that I could think of that wasn't previously dead just came out, and I'm like, holy crap! They literally went all out.
Yeah, and during the scene it would slowly reveal new characters to come in.
Like, and you'd see someone else come in, like, oh man, that's a lot of people. I can't imagine who else. And then another portal opens.
Yeah.
And it's like, who else is? gonna be
everybody
added?
was there.
It was insane.
It's like you wouldn't understand this, but it's like in Super Smash Bros.
Okay, you're
reveal,
ridiculous.
But
So it was
you're
just-
ridiculous.
It was insane. It was just insane. Like there was
I'm listening.
so many characters, and it's just awesome.
It was
It
pretty
was
dope.
truly like a fan tribute, but it was still close to the comics and
Yeah,
and
and that's
related to the
actually
story.
a good point. It was an amazing tribute.
It was great.
It was
So good.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, Black Widow dies permanently. In case y'all didn't know that.
Well, now it feels like you're just slapping the people in the face that decided to stick it around, figuring, oh, they're not going to reveal anything too daunting.
Well, my bad. We're going to. So
Yeah.
maybe if we discuss like non-spoiler stuff, Brian, you could put like a time to skip to or something like that. But
We can do that at the end.
yeah,
Well, actually, it'd be hard to not spoil stuff
if we talk about like
because we're talking about time. Like the whole
even
basis of the
TV
movie was
shows,
time travel.
things would-
But yeah, so a lot of people.
maybe we'll talk about like the old Marvel movies too at the end, and then people could skip to those.
Yeah, we could. Oh yeah, this could be a discussion about Marvel, but we'll still title it Avengers Endgame because that's the thing that we're going to be majorly talking
Yeah.
about.
So,
Um,
oh my god,
So at the very end, like the very 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 end, but like just before the credits, there was it was a scene where they were returning the Infinity Stones.
oh my god, this I cried during this. Just like
What?
sorry.
So this was after Iron Man died, and Captain America had all the stones, and his job was he had enough. Was it Pym particles or
Pym particles.
Pym.
Pym.
Okay,
Hank Pym
All right,
is the one who created.
Oh, right, duh. So he had, I think, 6 vials of Pym particles, and his job was just go back and put them all back
Because
correctly.
he had to replace the stones to the correct part in the universe, or else things would turn out
So
differently.
the time wasn't. So the journey of time didn't change.
Yeah.
But he didn't come back after that. And so because the last one he returned was the Tesseract.
Which is back from all
Winter
the way
Soldier.
World War II. First
Winter
Avenger.
Soldier. Sorry.
And with like this whole
Yeah.
battle with Red Skull. So everyone knows how he crashed the bomb plane into the ice and he got
Yes.
frozen and stuff.
Yes, of course.
So instead of crashing it, he decided to land it and just carry on his
Which
life
he totally should have done in the first place.
without ever being frozen.
Yes.
So he lived out from 1945 or whatever
Yeah.
all the way up till the present 2019.
Got to stay with Carter.
Yep. So him and Peggy ended up living, and of course she
She
ended up dying of old age.
Yes.
Winter Soldier, I think it was, or Civil War, something like. I think it was Civil War.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Civil War, because they were discussing the
was
Accords,
it?
and he got a call.
No, but didn't
Winter Soldier, she was still alive.
he meet her on her deathbed?
Mhm.
And that was Civil?
I think so. Pretty sure.
I thought that was Infinity War, but I'm an
No,
idiot.
not Infinity
I'm
War.
stupid. That would be stupid.
She'd be
No, you
long
know what?
dead.
Never mind. Ignore me.
So yeah. So they had lived out their lives, and so of course she died, which also meant Captain America would be so old. So Sam and Bucky noticed someone sitting on a bench near the lake where they had the time portal set up where Captain America went back in time. So they're like, yo, who is that? So they walk over, and it's Captain America. Steve Rogers is just sitting on that bench. He's probably like 90.
He was mad old.
He was wicked old. I don't know. the
He was
exact
basically
age.
dead.
And so Sam walks over. Bucky stays back a little. And so he's like, Sam just starts talking to him. And then, he's talking about how he can't imagine a world without Captain America. So Captain America reaches over, he grabs out this bag and takes out his shield. And he gives it to Sam. And he tells Sam to carry on
The legend.
the legend of Captain America. And he didn't, like, Sam's, of course, he is Falcon's tough guy. But he was getting real emotional. And he looks back at Bucky, and Bucky's like nodding to him to accept this.
Why are you going play by play?
Because it's just like if
Falcon became Captain America, and now there's going to be a Disney Plus series where it's Bucky and Captain America or Falcon.
well, that's gonna be sick. He has like this shield and costume, but then like the wings of Falcon.
I don't think he'll be Falcon. I think he'll just be Captain America.
But he can't be Captain America because he doesn't have the super serum, so he's not as strong.
Doesn't have to be.
But he can.
I mean, he could have it. He might get it.
I don't think they have made any more of the super serum.
Dude, that was made back in like the 70s, right? They could just make
No,
more.
it was
Or the
pre
40s.
pre
40s. I'm
World
an
War
idiot.
II.
World War II.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah, that crazy. And then Iron Man's death was sad.
Yeah, that was the saddest part of the movie. I didn't cry at all during the movie.
I did. Because you're
Not a wimp.
no, 'cause you're cold-hearted.
No, because I know it's a fictional universe.
Doesn't matter. Characters can still have emotional
Iron Man is
weight.
still my favorite superhero.
Captain
so-
America is.
Yours?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Get out.
Always has been.
We're going to disagree there.
Okay, you do that.
I mean, it's
yeah.
fine, It's whatever.
Yeah, his death was sad. There was like all like his wife and Peter, who's practically his son to him.
Yep.
He was there and he's like, hey, we won, but then he died. So that was sad. Oh, Tony Stark had a daughter.
Yeah, Connor.
That was interesting.
I don't like how we're just describing the movie. It feels like
going in depth.
it would be boring for the listeners.
No, I don't think so. I think it's interesting because we're also putting our take on it. So like,
no.
hang on. Here's a really good theory.
All right, what's the theory? Don't
So,
put your mouth on the mic. That's gross.
sorry. So, okay, you're weird.
I
So,
didn't lick it. I didn't lick it. I just made it look like I licked it.
so you know how Pepper was in the Iron Man suit
Yes.
that Tony made for her?
Yes.
So, what if his daughter
Uh-huh.
became the next Iron Man or whatever? Like,
Iron Woman?
yeah,
It doesn't really roll off the tongue. I'm not trying to be sexist. It's just multiple syllables.
I don't know, like
That'd be cool.
something like that.
Maybe a different name, though. Something more catchy.
I don't know, but like I'm assuming she's going to be as smart as her dad.
Probably, yeah.
And she has all of his technology, all of his information, kind of like how Tony's dad gave him all the information he knew, and he
Facts.
built off of that. So what if she builds
Hard
off of
facts.
all of that? She
That is a
could
good point.
create some whack, strong suits.
That is a good point.
Like that would be sick because we all know there are going to be a good amount of Marvel movies still. There's going to be all the
Yeah, well, the Avengers are done.
Avengers. Yeah, Avengers is done, but there's still going to be the standalone.
But now
movies.
Phase 4 is started, so now we'll get hopefully new stuff. Did I show you the... Oh, yeah, I did show
Yeah,
you.
you showed me the roadmap.
I'm hyped. I'm so hyped.
It doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look too
What?
bad.
Hold on. You can't say that. Oh, wait, it might be on my iPad. Yeah, it's on my iPad.
I just don't know how some of the stuff is going to fit in, like the Fantastic Four. Like,
Well, yeah, they're making the Fantastic Four in 2022. They're going to remake it again for some reason.
I don't know how that's going to fit into the timeline because they literally they were never mentioned a single bit. It's
Well,
maybe it's just going to
It's
be
just
like
going to be
a
it's
separate
just going to be a
universe.
standalone, right?
Yeah, but if it's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, then it's in the same world as Spider-Man and Captain America and
Yeah.
Iron Man. So I don't know. But so yeah, that'll be interesting. And then there'll be the new Spider-Man, which is coming out like this summer, I think, right?
Yep. There's going to be another one after that.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm hyped for that. That should be good.
Whoa. There is going to be another Avengers movie.
What's it called? Oh well, I can see that.
There is.
What's it called?
I'm not going to say it.
Why?
Because it probably doesn't involve the same characters. I can't imagine why it would. They're probably going to be established.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like a new.
Oh yeah, there's gonna.
It's gonna be most of the same old ones, like maybe like Iron Patriot might return,
definitely.
Doctor Strange,
100%.
like Thor, Guardians, Spider-Man, but then like maybe Fantastic Four, maybe those guys will come in.
Wow, the Phase 4 looks dope.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, hold up. I just want to get a timeline.
Because I mean that could be like the new Avengers wave.
Yeah, totally. Here, I got you. It scrolls down. The Avengers movie's on the bottom. I'm
Black
hyped.
Widow movie is gonna have to be pre-Infinity War.
Yeah, she's dead. Like she's gone.
Spider-Man Academy.
I don't say the names.
Why? Anyone can literally look this up online.
Yeah, true, you could. So yeah, we don't have to worry about sharing the names. There's 2 more Spider-Man movies.
Yeah,
Spider-Man
there is
Academy
another
and then-
Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Academy, Doctor Strange, Illuminati, Guardians 3.
Guardians 3 is going to feature Thor, 100%.
Yeah, The Might of Thor.
New Thor movie, hype.
If that's anything like the last Thor movie,
Ragnarok.
that movie was amazing.
That was hilarious.
It was so funny, and it has one of my favorite side characters in the Marvel movies.
Who?
Korg, the
Oh,
big rock guy. He was so funny. Everything he said just made me laugh so hard.
Can we talk about the fact that there was a Fortnite reference?
That was so
In
cringy,
Endgame?
but it was cringy, but it was actually like
Why?
still really.
Why
funny.
would they do that?
It was
Fortnite.
it
Fortnite's
was
on the downfall.
it was funny how they did it though. Like it's actually
It was subtle.
Korg was like beating the crap out of, so he's like, hey Thor, come tell this guy to go away. So Thor takes the mic set and he goes, you listen up, you.
He just starts flaming the
It
dude.
was so funny. He just
And then
went
also
off.
Hulk dabs in the movie.
That was really cringy,
Well,
but it's also kind of funny.
it was funny because it was cringy.
because I think it was meant to be like out of date because like he's like this cool guy who's finally getting attention. So he's like,
yeah.
yeah, dab. Hey guys, listen to your mothers. This is so
Yeah.
funny. Oh man,
It was a great movie.
it was really good.
If you haven't seen it yet and you're somehow listening to this, which you shouldn't be,
Just go out and support this movie.
it crushed the box office. Can we talk about that?
Oh my god! First
It has made-
Friday night, the first opening day, $156.7 million in its opening night
Yes.
alone.
And
Just
then it made like
one
120 million on Saturday.
It is
It
killing it.
It beat the record for the most amount of money, or it was the top grossing film in one day, and then 2 days after launch, and I think 3 days
Oh, it's good. Probably
today.
Yeah, probably.
It's gonna. Currently, it's Avatar after like a week, and then Titanic after like 3 weeks or something.
I'm
You
ju-
can. It's if you
I'm
look
gonna
up
look
box
up how
office.
much it's made.
But it has made a total of 1.2 billion, which is a lot of money. Like a lot. I think the top is like 3.7, and that's
Avengers Endgame has broken 144 box office records
144.
as of 5 hours ago. As of 7 hours ago, it already made $1 billion.
That's so.
1.2 billion.
That is bizarre.
6 hours ago, it made 1.2 billion. That's what it's at right now, as of 6 hours
It's
ago.
it's definitely at like 1.4 right now.
Oh, it's got to be climbing.
Dude, that's insane.
That's ridiculous.
For some reason, I'm proud. I have
I'm
nothing to
happy.
do with this franchise. I'm so infatuated with this franchise that
They deserve it.
That's what
Honestly,
I'm so proud of this franchise, even though I have nothing to do with it. That I'm saying to myself, they deserve it because they've done so much. Every single scene in that movie was detailed, so detailed.
it is
A lot
not
of it's
even-
CGI.
And even then, there's still like all the live action stunt doubles, and
Yeah.
they do like their own stunts and stuff like that.
There's obviously a lot of green screen or blue screen, and just straight up CGI.
Yeah, because there has to be.
Yeah.
But and it's not even just the fact that Endgame is. I'm just happy that the studios are making as much money as they have because they are consistently putting out great movies.
Yes.
At the beginning, there was a bit of a rough start, but after that, they just started. It was just because there was like the Incredible Hulk, which was very bad. Then there was Iron Man, which was great, but then there was
First
the
Hulk was worse.
the Hulk movies. Both of them were terrible.
Yeah.
And then there's Iron Man 1, which was of course amazing. But then there was like the first two Thor movies.
Well,
Which,
the second one was all right.
the first one was alright. The second one was trash.
No, the first one was trash. The second one was all right.
No,
They've gotten
the Dark
progressively better.
World was god
No,
awful.
I disagree. In fact, I watched both Thor movies before we saw Endgame. That's
Yes.
right. I saw all the franchises.
I've seen every single movie.
All the franchises?
Yes, every single in the mainstream.
No, I was like enunciating what I had just said. Like that is what I just said makes sense. Yeah, but the only movies I haven't seen was Doctor Strange and the Guardians of the Galaxies, which I really should.
Dark World got a 67 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes much to go on. What did the first one get?
Looking up.
I don't know. I liked the second movie.
77.
Oh, all right. Well, I liked it. All right. I liked it more than the first one. Just because I think I liked the fact that Chris Hemsworth was more into character than he was in the first movie. In the first movie, he was very script based, and then the second movie, he's kind of like, a little bit of humor. Third movie, obviously, Ragnarok crushed the humor.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ragnarok is my favorite Thor movie.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Captain America, I'm not sure. I like the first one.
Okay, so Captain America. All the movies have been.
I didn't like Civil War.
What?
I liked it as I don't hate any of the Marvel movies, but I didn't like the fact that Civil War happened. There was no point to it. They fought and then they amended.
It caused the whole rift in the Avengers.
Yeah.
Which technically was needed because they were going off all these like major battles and wins and stuff.
Yeah.
The villain sucked. Zemo sucked. That was stupid. His whole I'm getting revenge because my family died thing. Like, I get it, but it wasn't a compelling villain.
All right, that's
It was
fair.
like, yeah, his family died, but his plan relied so much on chance that it wasn't believable. Yeah. Assuming that they would show up at that underground bunker, all of this stuff, that Iron Man would follow them.
Well,
that was all chance. He did not know that would happen. So.
All right, that's fair.
I didn't like him as a villain. I mean, wasn't terrible, but he wasn't good. So.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man 2.
Look, all right. Any movie with RDJ in it is great. He perfectly encapsulates the character of Iron Man. Like I love his acting in general in those movies. The plotline of Iron Man 2 though
sucked major.
And also, is it Mark III? The one with the silver in it? It's red and silver? Is that Mark III or Mark IV?
I have no idea. Like the suitcase one.
Yeah. That might be Mark IV.
I don't know.
I'm pretty certain that's Mark IV.
I mean, the suit was sick.
I don't like the red and silver. I like the red and gold.
I like both of them.
Mark II was gross. It was just straight silver. Ugh.
I do like the suitcase thing. I do think
that was pretty slick.
I do think the silver went with the red well. I think it's just it was cool. I
like
liked
the
it.
gold. All right.
Yeah, that's good. That's fine. It's just the villain was stupid.
Classic
The
Iron.
plot line was stupid. The whole motivation was stupid.
Yeah. Electro Whip dude. What's his name?
I don't even remember. It was
He's
some
such a
Russian.
forgettable-
It was some Russian
Such
guy.
a forget. Like I don't even remember his purpose.
No, I don't either.
Why was he there?
He saw on the news like Tony Stark being successful, and that made him mad or something. So he started to try and recreate his technology, and he kind of did it, but he used that technology to make electric whips
Of all things.
that failed immensely.
Well, not in the final fight.
And helped Iron Man in their first encounter on the racetrack because it supercharged his suit.
Oh, yeah,
so he
that's right.
blasted him
That's
into infinity. So that was lame. And then there was the whole like backstabbing thing with like the director or whatever his face was, the guy with glasses. I don't even remember his name. It just wasn't a very memorable movie.
I'm sure at the time it was.
It didn't even do that well.
I think the
I mean,
lowest.
it made money because people were like, "Oh, Iron Man 2," but people weren't like a huge fan of it.
I'm pretty sure the lowest scoring movie on Rotten Tomatoes is Iron Man 3.
That cannot
Pretty
be true.
sure. Let me double check that real quick. It's one of the Iron Mans. It's definitely not Iron Man 1
Of all time or of the Marvel movies?
of all time. Like the lowest. No, sorry, not of all time. The lowest scoring Marvel movie on Rotten
Okay,
Tomatoes.
maybe. No, it would have to be 2. 2 is better than
No,
3.
I'm pretty sure 2 was higher. I'm gonna check.
2 was way worse than 3. I mean,
To be fair, Rotten Tomatoes is like not exactly reliable.
I mean, I don't see. So the thing with 3 was I liked it the first few times I saw it. I thought it was good.
Spider-Man 2.
So I thought it was good.
I'm counting movies that were directed by the Ruffalo brothers.
Okay, which were
Ruffalo brothers. Obviously not the original Spider-Man movies. I don't know why I
'cause
said
they weren't
Spider-Man.
part of
I
the
read
universe.
X-Men and then Spider-Man at the same time. And
It
said
has to be
Spider-Man.
part of the universe to count.
Deadpool was only 84%.
Which one? The first or second?
The first one.
Deadpool was a good movie. That was funny.
Yeah.
It was so
The
funny.
lowest is Iron Man
It's gotta be 2.
2.
Yeah. See 3.
No, the lowest is the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. That was
Well,
terrible.
obviously, yeah, we're disregarding that one. That wasn't even Ruffalo brothers.
That was terrible. That was.
Oh, Thor: The Dark World was 66%.
See?
That's the lowest.
It was bad.
I liked it though. Am I weird?
I think it was maybe just because it was the first time you watched it. I
Maybe.
don't think it has any replay
Maybe it's because
value.
yeah.
But so yeah, 3 was like
Sorry,
Jeez.
you finish what you're saying.
it was like decent. It was good the first few times I watched it, but I can't really bring myself to watch it fully now. It's just I don't know. I mean, it's got a decent plot line and the villain has a sort of good motive.
What in the
But
Thor
oh
movies?
my god. You know how the Mandarin was like this terrorist guy on TV?
Oh yeah, that yeah.
And then it just turned out that he was this British
that was kind
actor.
of lame.
They
That was pretty
they
lame.
had such a big chance to go off the comics and make the Mandarin
Like a real
and
character.
The Mandarin is Iron Man's arch nemesis.
Yeah,
and they made him this actor.
a puppet
And then
master.
they made him a British actor, and then the actual villain was just the guy, the scientist. His name starts with a K. I can't remember.
Yeah, the guy that had like glowy eyes.
Yeah, the fire guy who just like turned people into fiery people.
That was a missed opportunity.
And then when the whole point where it's supposed to be, Iron Man about to be defeated, he just gets hit with the baseball bat.
Well, the thing that did him in was Potts.
Yeah, hitting him with a baseball bat. He's being all like, "Oh, I'm the Mandarin," and then he just gets clopped. It just made it so comedic, and it got rid of any of like the tension that was being built at that moment. Because Iron Man and
Iron Man is a
I'm gonna look up this
Robert
name.
Downey Jr.
I know
is,
it starts
is a
with K.
comedic actor.
Yeah, but
He always has comedic flair in his movies.
yeah,
Like ever since the original Iron
but
Man.
almost never at the climax.
Well, yeah, but he always has like his, snarky comments.
Yeah, his comments. Killian. That was.
Killian,
I knew it started with a K.
which was very creepily obsessed with Potts. That was weird.
Kind of weird.
That was weird. That didn't really. Did that go into anything?
No. It was
Like
pointless.
he used her as blackmail for Iron Man, but that didn't really have anything to do with him being obsessed with her. That was just to blackmail Iron Man into
Mhm.
I don't know.
Very
Very forgettable. Although I will admit the villains in the Thor movies are very forgettable. Not
Ooh, hang on,
Ragnarok.
though.
Not Ragnarok. The
not
first two.
Ragnarok. Backtrack for a second. The suits in Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give Iron Man 3 credit where credit is due.
Good.
When the final battle was happening and Iron Man called, how he had like the radio technology where he could call things in.
Oh
And
yeah.
he called in every single suit
That's
he had
pretty
ever
dope.
made, and just probably like 50 suits come rolling in, all different variations and builds and stuff just come rolling in, and they start fighting. It was just so sick.
There
to
was
see.
one. There was like a big bulky one.
Yeah, it was like with two like power drills as
Yeah.
its arms. Like that was cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it got
liked-
it got destroyed, but like it was still cool to see him,
Well, yeah. They all got destroyed
Yeah.
in the end.
which was interesting to say the least. And then Guardians movies.
I didn't see them.
What?
I didn't see either of them.
I saw both of them.
I want to see them. I just don't have the
Guardians
opportunity
1?
to see them. Which one's better?
Absolute jewel of a movie. It blew me away. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting it to be great, but it was amazing. Guardians 2, good movie. God awful sequel.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
Good movie.
From what I heard about the first one, it was the bar was set too high for the second one.
Immensely. Like the first one was just great. The villain, the comedy, the action sequences, the characters were lovable and relatable. And then
Relatable.
yeah,
Relating to Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, bro, I feel you.
yeah, dude. The
I
guy's a
feel you.
homie. He's just so
The
cool.
dude's a homie.
The guy's so sick.
He's just a homie, bro.
So and then you get to the second one and it's like the same character. It's like that's okay, but then it was like it didn't add anything and it took away in some points where it tried way too hard to be funny. Like the raw humor from the first one was enough. But yeah, still two good movies.
Sick.
And then what else? You got Captain America movies we just talked about. Well, The Winter Soldier was great. First Avenger,
Yeah.
people don't really like it. I mean, people don't dislike
I
it,
don't understand.
but
why.
people don't find it good. And
Winter
I
Soldier
just-
is pretty dope.
I
though.
disagree with that. I like the first Avenger. And in some circumstances, I go to the first Avenger instead of the Winter Soldier.
I would say my ranking is very unpopular. I would go up top the first Avenger, and then followed by Winter Soldier, and then followed by Civil War. Just because I didn't like the plot of Civil War, not because I didn't like
Civil War was so
characters.
cool, but it was kind of unnecessary. It was cool.
It was an
great.
unnecessary fight. They didn't have to fight. They just got mad at each other.
Well, I mean,
They disagreed, and then they fought it out.
That movie was based off of like a one single like tease comic called Civil War,
Dope.
where it was just like literally giving fans what they wanted. Everyone just fighting each other. It was based off of the very thin plot line given in that comic, and it just ran with it. So it was,
kind of stupid. Not gonna lie.
I mean, it was cool. I liked it, but it was kind of unnecessary. But I'm glad it happened.
it was completely unnecessary.
Winter Soldier, huge plot twist. How Bucky was still alive and stuff. That was cool. I was not expecting that.
What, did you actually think they were gonna kill him off?
Yeah, I did too. They didn't really build him up in the first Avenger. They made him just like
true.
his best friend, but then they killed him off. Like that's normal motive.
Yeah,
to
you know,
want,
yeah, that's
want
true.
to do better.
I don't know why I thought they wouldn't kill him off.
But the first Avenger was good. Showed him before the serum, but then also after.
which was that a stunt double or CGI? I remember looking this up
it
way
was
back when
it
I was
was
watching it.
They CGI'd his head onto a body.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, that makes sense.
which looked very real, by the way.
Yes, it looks very real.
But yeah, that was good. Showed him when he was skinny and not strong, but still had strong willpower and stuff like that.
It was
Which I like that. That was
good.
good. It's good. Showed him before and after. But
Totally.
yeah. And then what else is there?
Which
There's-
one was? I'm trying to. Was it Winter Soldier that Black Widow went with Captain America? Or was that Civil War? That was definitely Civil War. I'm an
When
idiot.
what?
Ignore me. Just ignore me.
Wait, no. What are you saying? I think
figured
you're
it out.
wrong. Wait, are you talking about when they like go to like?
They go to the bunker.
That's Winter Soldier.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Don't ignore me because I was wrong. I don't know. I like the wind. Okay. I'm torn. I don't know.
I'd say the Captain America movies. I bunch them all together as great movies.
Yeah. All right.
None of them I
I'll-
dislike. None of
I'll
them
take that.
are better.
I
than
will
the other.
accept that.
They each have strengths and very small weaknesses.
I need to watch the Doctor Strange movies.
I didn't see.
There's only one. Sorry.
Oh my
There's only
god!
one.
I'm just realizing I did not watch Doctor Strange.
I know how it ends.
I know what happened in it. I just never watched it.
I mean, he was a doctor. Was he a surgeon?
He was a surgeon, and then there was like the bald lady, the
Yeah, the
Chosen-
chosen one. Yeah.
or something like that. She was
Jeez, that- All right, we're gonna have to do something about that. I don't know why.
so.
What's
I
happening?
thought the characters in that I heard were good, and I heard the villain was very cool.
Yeah, he was
The ancient one or something like that.
He was some weird.
It was in like this weird dimension thing where he was trying to gain power, dark power, and turn
Kept on
the
killing
sorcerers
himself.
against people and stuff like that. I heard it was cool. I'm gonna have to watch that. But yeah, that movie did good. And then there was the first Avengers movie, which is just amazing.
Yeah. I kind of wish. I mean, I kind of wish I'd watched it
When it came out,
when it came out.
I didn't.
Kind of wish I watched these movies when they came out. We grew. I was 8. You couldn't have watched. You were 5.
Yeah.
I was 8 when the first Iron Man movie came out.
What
Kind of
do
wish I'd followed it.
The Avengers movie was just so good. Great. Loki introduced like the best villain in the Marvel universe, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Loki was just
Loki?
such a good villain.
What?
He was an amazing villain. Are you
No.
serious? Yes.
No.
Loki was a great villain.
Thanos is better.
Well, yeah, of course Thanos is better.
All
But
right.
it goes Thanos,
All right,
then
we
Loki.
can agree there.
Yeah. Loki was amazing. He was a good villain.
I liked Ultron better. I know, unpopular
What?
opinions. I know.
Did you just say?
Well, see, because at the end, Loki just joined up with the Avengers.
No, he did not.
Yes, he became friendly with them.
He didn't become friendly with the Avengers. He became semi-friendly with his brother,
Yeah,
not the Avengers.
he was irrelevant after the first Avengers movie, completely and utterly.
Kind of.
He did not show up until Infinity War when we saw him
In
being
Ragnarok,
killed.
he was in Ragnarok.
All right, yeah, but I'm talking about the Avengers timeline.
He was still really good. He was
In
second-
Ragnarok, he was helping Thor.
Yeah.
So he wasn't a villain then.
He was helping his brother. Yeah, of course. No, he wasn't a villain. He was a villain.
The
in
only time he
Avengers.
was a villain was in the Avengers.
And he was a great villain.
But it was a one-time thing, dude.
But he was a great villain.
And then he
in
wasn't
the
a villain
movie
after that.
circumstance, he was a great villain. Anyone would agree with me. It goes Thanos, then Loki, then all the other ones.
No, Thanos, Ultron. Ultron was perfect.
Ultron sucked.
Ultron was
It was
awesome.
stupid.
Maybe I'm just
Stupid.
too into the robotic
Yeah,
esqueness
it was.
of it.
Age of Ultron.
There was a lot of CGI.
People
obviously.
strongly disliked that movie because it had to follow Avengers, and that was hard to do. But I don't know, just them creating the villain, it just bothered me.
Have you seen the trailer for that movie?
No,
We can play it right now. It's actually it's framed as a horror movie.
see, when I was watching it, I thought it was good. It was, of course, good, but then there was just the fact that they made it knowing that it was probably going to fail, and just the fights with him seemed so stiff and pointless. And I mean, of course, Vision got created, which was cool, but no.
And also, I would just like to point out, I like the music from this movie the most out of all the Avengers movies. Isn't that so dark?
Very.
The music, hello.
The music makes it seem like a Conjuring movie,
Yeah, yeah.
like someone's being possessed.
It's so it's so spooky for an Avengers movie. Hold on. When was this scene a thing? When was that ever a thing?
There's no surgery scene, so I don't know.
Just gonna make sure. Why? It was framed as such a scary movie, and it just wasn't. It doesn't make sense as to why they would do
I mean,
that.
this part isn't showing it as scary, but still, the music just doesn't fit it as well.
Why was it such a scary trailer?
And it's not even that scary. It's just the big part was the music at the beginning. The first minute, it was oh yeah, this dark and scary thing, and I'm coming for you, and you can't stop me. And then the middle part was the whole basic action part, and then the end there, it took a weird twist. It showed that broken shield, and that was just it tried to hype people up and didn't do that because that was just a dream.
I don't know what they were going for.
I don't know either. What did they want?
It's an action movie, but you're framing it as a horror movie.
like, what did they want?
Like,
The
okay.
director, James Wan, literally, I think James Wan. It was James Wan, right?
I thought it was the Russo brothers.
No. Directed the first two Avengers movies, but then left
I might have
after
said
that.
Ruffalo Brothers earlier. I think I might have said that. If I said Ruffalo Brothers, I'm just now remembering this. I mixed Mark Ruffalo and the Russo brothers.
Oh my god, you're ridiculous.
I'm an idiot. So I apologize for doing that. I just remembered that off the top of my head. I said Ruffalo. Did I say Ruffo or Ruffalo?
Mhm.
I said something not
I
Russo
wasn't listening.
or Russo brothers.
Josh Whedon. Why did I say James Wan? He directs the Conjuring movies. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
Well, you
Josh
brought up
Whedon.
Conjuring.
Josh Whedon, after the first Avengers movie, of course, they re-signed him to do the second one because it was such a success. So after that, comes back to the second one, and he's tweeted out before saying like how he was not. This was during production, how he was not happy with the movie and how it was so stressful and
What?
yeah. I'll show you the tweets. He wasn't happy with
Like
it.
he was crapping
was-
on his own movie?
He was being so rushed to do this movie and all these
Why?
all these demands. Disney.
It was 3 years after the original.
Yeah.
How was it rushed? It's not rushed.
Because apparently the time frame they were given wasn't good.
So Infinity War, when did that come? That came out last year, right? 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2018. By then, Endgame had already been shot. The Russo brothers shot basically 2 movies in the same amount of time that he shot one and produced one, or however you want to say it. Granted, the Endgame might have not been produced at that point, like edited, but still, a lot of the hard work is getting the team together and filming a movie. I can't. He was complaining about his own movie. Hey, this movie I'm directing is garbage.
I watched a video on it. I can't find the tweet, but he ended up he quit social media. He was like done
He quits? Like he deleted his social media?
for a time. I mean, yeah, I think he's back, but like
What is up with this guy? I don't like him already. I don't even know him.
what? No, he's good. I think he had way too much time restraints and stuff.
Oh my God, we're about
to lose
a third.
Don't listen to what I'm saying.
Don't
I
listen.
don't know. Unless you can find the tweet, I don't know. There was something he said about how he was rushed and like how he quit Twitter or something like that.
Weird.
But yeah, that movie was okay. And then of course Infinity War. Looking back at it now after seeing Endgame, Infinity War is puny. Like now that I think about it, Endgame's of course like 3 hours long, but like
Puny is in size? Like it's a
no,
shorter
puny
movie?
as in like of course it's not the Deathly Hallows level of like bare bones minimum setting things up, but now being compared to Endgame, it's lacking a little in the, I'd say, action department. Like of course, final
What?
battle and Thanos.
You think
battle.
there was more action in Endgame?
Loads more. Miles more.
It's been a long
Yeah.
time since I've seen Infinity War, actually. How long is it? 2 hours?
Basic movie length.
I'm trying to...
But yeah, it was okay.
Because there was the final battle of Infinity War.
Uh-huh.
And then weren't there fights for Infinity Stones?
I mean, not
Like, there were
really.
different...
It starts off, there's like that little attack on New York.
Little?
Yeah, where the two...
The opening battle, you mean?
Yeah, where the two...
Well,
doc-
first, it starts off on...
the ship.
with Thor and Loki.
That's more of like a dialogue thing, and Loki dies.
Well, Hulk was also there, too. I forgot about Hulk.
Yeah. we got the
That was a
crap
fight.
beat
And then
out.
directly after that, about 3 minutes later or whatever,
There
Doctor
was
Strange and Iron Man and Hulk and whatever the Doctor Strange's sidekick's name is. I haven't seen the movie.
Wong.
Wong?
Yeah. And so yeah, there was like the two children of Thanos or whatever they're called, which was they're cool, but like kind of got Especially the guy who was like mad OP with like the mind powers and stuff got killed off.
Oh, Squidward?
Like a baby. Yeah, Squidward. like
don't know his
like in the movie Aliens, literally, because that's what Spider-Man said. They blasted him into space and he died.
I think you're not doing that movie enough credit.
Oh, it's a great
Okay,
movie.
all right. I thought you were saying it was worse than Endgame.
Because it is. It's, but that's expected.
What? No, generally, okay, I think you have to realize that most movies, their sequels are worse than the originals.
But
Marvel
Endgame
has
is-
done something great, where Infinity War was miles better than any of the other Avengers movies. And then once Endgame came out recently, it was better than the other ones.
I think here's the 4 Avengers movies. Here's my ranking of them.
I know what it is. I'm going to guess it. Endgame, Infinity War, and then the original, and then Ultron.
Endgame, original, Infinity War, Ultron.
I don't agree.
Why?
I rank it 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't.
What?
See,
it gets better
Infinity-
as it goes. I get that the original Avengers movie did something incredible where it combined multiple franchises.
It was
into
just
one
it was
movie.
just so good.
But the
it was-
sequel, I think, was better because the villain was more like,
Ultron is the worst one. Can we agree on that?
no.
What?
Loki. Loki was a horrible villain.
What?
He was not a great
say
villain.
that?
Dude, he was not great.
How
he
can
was
you
he was
say that?
mediocre.
He was amazing.
I didn't like him. I liked Tom Hiddleston. Hiddleston? Is that what it is? Is that what his name is? Tom Hiddleston or something like that.
I think it
Hiddleston,
is.
I don't know.
Hiddleston.
I like the actor. I like his acting in that movie
How can you say Ultron is a better villain than Loki?
because he did so much more.
No.
Yes, he threatened the entire world, Connor.
So did Loki.
No, he
Loki
threatened New
tried-
York.
No.
It was an
Loki-
attack on New York.
No. Loki attacked New York first. After he did that, he
Yes.
was going to just conquer everyone else with the Thanos'
But he didn't.
because he failed, just like Ultron failed. Of course they're going to fail. But how can you say Ultron is better
Ultron
than
raised
Loki?
a giant segment of land above the Earth. If it had dropped, it would have wiped out Earth completely.
Yes.
The
so would
Avengers, the Avengers were on an island thousands of miles above the Earth. They were fighting on an island against a bunch of robots. And they were defending one little area where if the bad guys had gotten to that, the rock would have dropped. Everybody would be toast on the entire Earth. The attack on New York, the attack on New York was just the attack on New York.
I so disagree.
It wasn't an attack on the world. It was an attack on New York.
Okay, so if people who are listening to this, if you're can they comment on like
YouTube.
on YouTube? Okay, so if you're watching this on like the normal podcast things that isn't
You're making
YouTube,
you're proposing a call to action.
yes. If you are watching this on YouTube or you are listening to this on the podcast, just go straight to the YouTube, comment which one's better, Ultron or Loki. It is Loki.
I will put a poll on my story right now.
All right, take a video. Let's go. Take a video of it. Which one is
No,
better?
no, no. I'm just gonna put a poll. I'm gonna take a picture of you.
Loki is so much better than Ultron. I don't know how you can say that he's not. He was just so good.
Which Avengers villain is better? Is that a fair question?
Yeah, Ultron or Loki.
All right. I feel like you're gonna win because I acknowledge that my opinion is less than the average opinion. Which Avengers villain is better? Ultron. It corrected it to Ultramarines.
What?
Ultron or Loki?
It's Loki, I'm telling you.
I think I really hope you're wrong. I really hope
Oh,
the poll
I
disagrees with you.
I
I think you're going to be right, but I really hope
I know I'm
you're
gonna be right.
wrong.
because Loki is a better villain than
No.
All right, I'm not with that argument. We'll let the poll settle it.
We will let the poll settle it.
We'll check by the end of the podcast if anyone's looked
Well,
at
it's
it.
basically the end of the podcast.
Crap. All right, yeah. All right.
Avengers Endgame. If you haven't seen it, and you're still for some reason listening to this, which you shouldn't be, we told you not to do that. Don't do that. Don't spoil the movie for yourself. I understand Twin Talk released a new episode. You know, you got to get with the flow. But if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, just don't listen to this one.
Because honestly, if you get it spoiled for you, if you're like actually into like the whole Marvel Cinematic
Yeah, if you don't
Universe,
care about Avengers, listening to this episode is, fine. Like, you don't have to
but
worry
if you're
about it.
invested in the universe and you know the characters, you know like the subtle hints and all that, and you get it spoiled for you, it's gonna lose every ounce of emotional value there is if it gets spoiled for you.
Yeah,
because you're gonna know what's
because you're
happening,
going to know it. You're going to expect it.
and it won't be the same. So don't get it spoiled for you. See it
Did
as
another one just fall?
Yeah, see it as soon
my
as
God.
possible, because if you get it spoiled for you, you're gonna be like, all right, well, I know this is gonna happen, and then when it happens, you're gonna be like, well, I already knew that, so I already dealt with it.
I feel
You're still gonna enjoy the movie, but it's just not gonna be.
Yeah, it's a
ju-
great movie.
The point of Endgame is to really wrap it up, and hit your feels, and
Your feels.
and just provide action. And if you get spoiled for you, it's still gonna provide action, of course, but it's just not gonna be as emotional. So yeah,
What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Oh, I feel like I don't know. I don't know if this is a common opinion, but I feel like you can't say, "Oh, don't spoil it for me," for too long. I feel like the appropriate time for someone to be able to talk about a movie is like after
Let's
it's
say 2
not
weeks.
in theaters.
You get no. I give people like 2.5, 3 weeks to go see it. And
2 weeks is low.
3 weeks then.
3 weeks, I'd say 3 weeks.
If you haven't seen it 3 weeks,
But
then I'm
I'd say,
talking
like,
about it.
The maximum you could argue is when it's not in theaters anymore.
But things like Endgame
That's
are
like
going to be in
12
theaters
months.
till the sun burns out. So like
yeah, that's going to be showing for a while.
probably until the fall,
No.
end of April to maybe August.
No.
It's gonna be out for a few months, bro.
Dude, it's going to be
Do you
out
remember how
until-
long Frozen was in theaters?
Yeah, it's going to be out until July, probably.
Frozen was in theaters.
I don't remember
forever.
Frozen.
And so was
Frozen.
Spider-Man: Homecoming. That was in there for a really long time.
Oh, also, we disagree, I know. Which is the best Spider-Man? You're going to say...
Tobey Maguire.
Gosh, all right. Well, we disagree.
I know I'm the unpopular opinion here.
You are the majorly unpopular opinion.
But
Tobey
so
Maguire
is
a
Ryan.
garbage actor.
Ryan thinks Andrew Garfield.
No. If Tom Holland is not in the equation, Andrew Garfield is the best.
So
Tom-
bad.
Tobey Maguire is undoubtedly, unarguably, the worst Spider-Man that has
Nope,
ever
it's
lived.
Andrew Garfield.
He was a horrible actor.
Andrew Garfield is
Horrible,
not a bad actor.
horrible
but he is
actor.
not Peter
Shout
Parker.
out to you, Tobey Maguire. Love you, but you're a horrible actor.
After Spider-Man, he did not do anything.
Didn't he do a couple movies though?
These indie movie projects. but
Oh,
nothing.
that's
big.
kind of lame.
Nothing big after Spider-Man. Spider-Man was his first hit.
Spider-Man
his
was
last-
not him as Spider-Man was not great.
Spider-Man movies.
I know they did well, but it's because it's Spider-Man.
But it was also like the first of like the origin.
He was a horrible. He
superhero
did
stories.
not fit Spider-Man.
Neither did Andrew Garfield.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
He 100% did.
He did not.
100%
at
did.
all. He was too cool for Peter
All right.
Parker.
All right. Well, we'll ask this. Do we agree that Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man?
Okay, I'll give you that.
All right.
He's good. He's
Now
closer
we're gonna
He's
ask-
closer to the age. He's closer to the age, and I can see him being. He's got both of the sides, the coolness but the dorkiness.
Which Spider-Man is better?
I'm gonna vote on it right now.
Of course you are. Taking Tom Holland out of the question is better.
responses on the Loki one.
I will check. I need more followers on Instagram,
I have 408.
which makes no sense because you have 3 posts, which is stupid. All right, so Andrew Garfield or Toby. Is it Maguire?
Maguire.
Maguire.
I think so. Maybe look at it.
I don't care too
My
much.
phone's at 1%, so I can't look at it.
Oh darn, that's a shame. You can't vote on it.
I already voted on the Loki one.
Of course you did. 7 votes for Loki?
There's not
What?
a single one for Ultron.
Y'all are stupid.
No.
Y'all are stupid.
You guys are smart.
you kidding
and
me?
realize that Ultron sucks.
No.
That's a villain.
This can't be real. Are you kidding me?
One of them is me. Serious.
It's been 7 minutes and we already have 7 votes for Loki and 0 for Ultron.
Bad. Like you'll probably get like 1.
What? How?
Because Loki's better. Dude, I'm telling you. Ultron's not the way to go.
I can't believe you guys. Leave me out
I
in the
can.
dust like this.
Yeah, I can.
Unbelievable. How could you? I'm mad. What? Ultron is better than Loki.
No, he's not.
Granted, by a small margin.
No, not by a
But
small
better.
margin. By a big margin. Margin. Sorry, I'm stupid.
He is better by a big margin.
No, Loki's better by a big margin. So take that.
You're just dumb.
No, you're ridiculous.
Let's see. Wow. Oh, 1 for Ultron. Yes, Robbie Supernaut. Shout out to you, Robbie Supernaut.
Robbie, you sound cool, but you're wrong.
You
So- Nope.
Great. And 2 votes for Tobey Maguire. When I share the results, I'm going to violently express my correct opinion. So
You're
the facts.
wrong
I'm going to
opinion.
violently express the facts. Oh my goodness.
gonna be
How
wrong.
could you guys?
Because they actually understand that
He was not a
Loki-
great villain.
Loki was amazing.
He was not.
Yes,
He was not.
He was the second best villain in the MCU universe. Second to Thanos. So, take that.
I don't want to lose this fight, guys, but it looks like it's not looking too great.
Yeah, because you're wrong.
1 vote for Andrew Garfield. Jacob Cogburn. Shout out to you, man.
crap?
What the crap? What the crap, man?
Oh,
What the heck, dude? That's right, because he knows what's up,
No,
and you don't. You're just uneducated.
No,
You don't know
wrong.
true
You're so
acting
wrong.
at its finest. Matt Bianco, you voted for Tobey Maguire.
You're awesome.
You were on the podcast. You know, I had respect for you. I still have a lot of respect for you. I have just
You're
subtracted a very minuscule amount of respect because
You're
you
right.
voted for Tobey Maguire.
Because you're right.
No, because you're wrong. That's why I lost respect for you. You can't even get simple facts straight. You too. You know what? I've just lost all respect for you.
You
I actually
didn't have
hate you
any
now.
respect.
You should just leave.
You didn't have
You
any
should just leave.
respect to
Yeah.
begin with. Like,
You're
what you're
so
talking
wrong.
about.
Oh my God, guys. Can't wait to see how these turn out.
Me too.
I'm pretty we've already gotten 7 votes for Loki.
Yeah.
It's probably worse now. Oh man. I'm just shocked. I'm just
not. I expected
absolutely
this.
just
This is like Russian roulette right now. My phone's at 1%. It can
that's
die.
not Russian roulette.
100% for Loki right now.
No, it's not.
And Tobey Maguire.
It is not 100% for Loki.
Says that for me.
It's not. It's not.
Show me. Well, maybe it hasn't updated yet. 7 for Loki. Hang
Shut
on.
up.
What about for Tobey Maguire? Anything
2 and 2.
Who else? Who else?
Liam
voted?
Glenn. Shout out to you, Liam
If
Glenn.
any of my friends vote wrong, I'm gonna beat the crap out of them.
Well, let's see who's voted wrong. You voted wrong. Jackie Moran voted wrong. Zach Lehan voted wrong.
You mean
Julia Blomberg voted wrong. Chelsea Smith voted wrong. And Jacob Cockburn voted wrong
Nope.
on the Loki question. But on the On the Spider-Man question, Jacob Cogburn voted correctly. So guess what? Your move, checkmate. Boom.
Yeah, you're gonna
Actually,
lose.
it's not your move if it's checkmate. But
You're gonna lose, so don't worry.
it's 2-2 right now.
Yeah,
Shut
you're gonna
your
lose
mouth.
the Loki one for sure.
All right. Do we have any closing remarks about Endgame? Go see it. Whoa. It is quite literally the best movie of all time.
Seriously, best movie I've ever seen.
There is not. You can't argue a better movie.
No,
you
really
can't. You just can't.
Even if you're not invested in the
I mean,
whole
I guess you
universe.
do have to kind of be invested in the universe.
But
to
if
see it
if you
as a
just
good
get like
movie.
a quick catch up, like who's who and stuff, and you can still
yeah,
have fun seeing.
there are
it. It's still a
plenty-
good movie.
there are plenty of YouTube videos online where you can just get a quick summary before Endgame. I'm sure there was a lot of here's what you need to know before Endgame. I'm sure
Yeah.
there were some of those. I didn't see them because I already know a lot about the
Yeah.
universe. Not all of it, but most of it.
It's just go support the people who made it and people who worked on it, because
Oh.
you can tell when you're watching it, so much work went into that movie. Like, it's nuts. So,
Yeah, CGI is insane. The shots are insane.
like when it was showing like the visual directors or whatever, there's just
there's a lot of graphic
tsunami of
designers.
names.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right, Connor, thank you for showing up. Actually, you've definitely just bombed our ratings. We're gonna get at least 3 negative ratings on iTunes because you shut up. But
That's good.
it's to be
That's cool.
expected. I guess I should have seen that coming.
It's okay.
But yeah. None have fallen. Yeah, that one's looking sketchy. That one's also looking sketchy.
Yeah, this worked well.
I need to get like foam tape. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Foam
Hopefully.
glue.
Foam. Nah, I don't want to use glue. I want to use tape.
All right, that worked.
All right, go see Endgame. It's easily the best movie of all time. If not, it has to be in your top 3. Has to be.
It's a school night.
Titanic? Psh, nope. I
I've
haven't
never
even
seen
seen it. And I already know it's not as good as this. All right. We will catch you guys next week. Hopefully Cassidy will be on it.
Or you can see me.
Cass? No, we're not going to see you again. Why would we? You bum.
Awesome.
We're going to have a guest on. I can't say who yet.
Oh,
Connor, I would ask you to sign the thing, but first of all, you already signed it. And second of all, why would I have
can
you
I
sign it
put
again?
like me on it, but
No.
2.0?
Not at all.
Okay. That's kind of sad.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace out.
That did not pause it.
Ha!
That also didn't pause it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ryan laughs like this.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
When you make a joke, he'll randomly go, and he like agrees with it, but also thinks it's funny. He goes, yeah.
I don't do that.
He says yeah when he's
I
laughing.
don't do that.
And it's the funniest thing, but it's also
It's not
really
funny.
weird.
It's
Okay.
not weird,
Yeah,
but
it is.
because I don't do
All
it.
right. I did. Let's go. I need to go to bed.
No, you shouldn't go to bed. Maybe I'll just keep this going. You can't go to bed.
Mom's gonna get mad at me.
Mom's probably already in bed.
Mom's gonna ground
11
me.
o'clock.
I want to get grounded.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Loser.
I hope it doesn't pause it.
You don't want me to pause it?
I want you to fail while pausing it again. Let's go. Come on. Pause it.
All right, well, let's see if it pauses.